Kamala Harris winning the White House means the progressives will be at the helm. As a senator, Kamala Harris was considered the most liberal member in the body, beating out Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. That's saying a lot. She is a San Francisco liberal through and through, and we should not think for a second that she wouldn't govern differently. No matter how many times she flip-flops, socialist, anti-capitalist ideas are rooted in her bones. This would not only impact the American economy, but our very healthcare system as we know it would come under direct assault. And again, it's not perfect now, but it would certainly get worse under her. Here is Kamala Harris when she ran for president in 2020 with regards to healthcare.
The doctor says, well, I don't know if your insurance company is going to cover this. Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Harris seems very intent on eliminating all private health insurance, a radical, dangerous change for America that would cause many to die, not get access to the care they need in a reasonable manner, and turn our country into a European-style third-rate nation of sickness and death. To break down the danger of Sanders-style socialist policies in our healthcare system, we have Dr. Scott Atlas joining us now. What does single-payer healthcare for 330 million Americans look like at the end of the day? Why is this a bad idea?
Well, I mean, the basic premise, the basic lie of people like Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris is that pretending that labeling people insured is the same thing as giving them health care. And why do I say that? Well, because we have models of single payer, all over the world, particularly the most commonly cited are Canada and the UK. Single-payer systems are cheaper than what Americans pay the national health expenses for one reason. Single-payer systems, including what Medicare for All would do, restrict medical care. So what does that mean by restrict medical care? It means that you get restricted access to doctors, even for the sickest patients like cancer. You get a marked decrease in the available technology for diagnosis or for safer treatment. You get a tremendous decrease in the number of life-saving drugs that are available. I'll give you some statistics if you want. In the NHS, there's more than 7 million Brits waiting on waiting lists for patient care after already seeing their GP and getting a diagnosis, including over 300,000 that are waiting over a year for their treatment. Remember that England has about 15% of people compared to the US. So that would be like saying that about 3 million Americans are waiting over a year. You know how many Americans wait over a year for their care? 0. The median wait from GP referral to the first treatment in Canada after already getting a diagnosis is 7 months. The median wait for even the least urgent patients in the US is something like 3 weeks. More than 40% of cancer patients in England, after being referred for urgent treatment, more than 40% wait more than 2 months for their treatment. This is urgent for cancer. In Canada, more than 4 months is the average for waiting for heart disease.
Yeah, it's life or death for some people.
For brain surgery. I mean, this stuff is unheard of in the United States. And what that means, if I can go on, is that they die. Okay, they have worse outcomes in single-payer systems like England from cancer. This has been known for decades, and finally they're admitting it in Europe that the U.S. patients survive longer with things like cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke, heart disease, all kinds of things.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.